Where's Paul?
He's over there.
Oh,
All right. Got it? Okay. I'd like to call the LaGrange County Plan Commission, March 10th, 2026, regular meeting to order. Could we have a call to, roll call, please?
Lynn,
I'm here.
Jeff,
here.
Zach.
Here.
Kevin,
Present.
Ethan,
Here.
John,
Here.
Shannon,
Yes, here.
Paul,
Here.
Tyler.
Here.
Is that everybody? Okay. Yes, there will be an invitation for public comment on the non-public hearing items. They are all non-public hearing items this evening. Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda?
No, as presented.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes of the previous meeting. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. New business, site plans. Here we go.
First up was for John Wolfenstein. It's Lima Township, section 30, township 30 is north and 10 east of 2022. It's located at 5535 North State Road 9 Howe. Application is for a proposed drive-through, coffee shop, fireworks, retail, and an office space in an existing building.
Mhm.
Here's our site plan. They came back to see us. There's been some major changes. They did not require them to close off the south driveway here. They're also closing off the driveway here on South Street.
Good idea.
So they're coming in here. Their drive-through for their coffee shop will be around the south end of the building. This is where their pickup window is, and exit around to the north.
Okay. It's sound right and everything. Wonderful.
The representative?
Yes, Rob Yoder, 6155 North, 775 West Shipshe. As Robbie stated, they're looking to, it's an existing structure, basically in three different building units. But in the southmost portion, they're looking to put addition of a coffee shop in, drive-through. So it'd be incorporating the drive-through or the driveway around around the east side. Speaking with NDOT, they recommended they close off the southmost driveway off of State Road 9. So that all entering and exiting would be in that one driveway shown. Have put some, suggested in the last meeting to put up some directional signs to help with the traffic flow for the drive-through that would direct them around towards the south end to enter the drive-through pattern. And then, also closing off of South Street, that driveway closest to State Road 9, that will be blocked off. It is submitted to the state. Really, the only thing they're looking at and the required, the reason that we, I guess, have to send it down there, we're adding the requirement for the 3-bay sink basin. So it requires another plumbing fixture. That's really the only requirement that they want to look at. So that is submitted. We'll be receiving a CDR for that. Open it up to any questions you might have. Businesses have been there. The north business was the owner still staying there. That's who purchased the building from. It's still a fireworks store. They've been there for years. He will continue that. The center section has always been business offices, and that will remain as an office.
Yeah, that's for public comment.
Anybody have any comments, questions?
Just
More curious, is the drive-through, is it gonna be a sit-down restaurant or simply drive-through?
I think they can go in the front door there on the west side, and there will be some seating, inside seating.
we've seen this several times. I think this is a better site plan than the first one. I think it worked out really well for them. So And they're making some improvements and, their business and how. So I think it's a good plan. If nobody has any other questions, you need to ask for public comment again.
I can do that. Is there any public comment on this non-public hearing item this evening? So,
I'll make a motion to approve the site plan as presented.
Second.
any further discussion? Let's go ahead and vote.
Lynn,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
Ethan,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Shannon.
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
and John.
Yes.
You've been approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Start making coffee.
Next one up
Yeah.
is Stony Acres Woodworking, we're in Eden Township, section 4, township 36 north, range 80, zone A2. It's located at 2685 south, 1000 west Shipshewana. Application is for a proposed 80 by 150 building addition to an existing woodworking business. So you see the site plan, for some of you it may look familiar, they had a variance on this. In the past. So they're just wanting to add on to their existing business, they remove some smaller buildings and give them some new working space. Here's the site plan or the overview. Your representative?
Yes, Clayton Evans here from Hand of the Plow Surveying. Scott Ziegler. So the history of this site, this has been a long-standing woodworking business. The structures that are in the footprint of where the new structure will be, these are the original structures, I think built by Grandpa, if I remember correctly. And those structures are not optimal for the existing use. So the family did a lot of really good, I guess, soul searching, talking to the next generation, looking at their existing operation and what the next steps would look like. So we have obviously a fairly small, compact site here. All of the developments on this parcel were done with approvals, either by variance or development plan. It is a platted lot. And so really the goal that they decided made the most sense was to add a, excuse me, essentially, where's my dimensions here? I think it's 80 by 150 when it's all said and done. But they're doing that in two phases. The reason for the two phases are so that they can continue operation during construction. So they are going to add on the west portion in the darker shading color first, while continuing to work out of the existing shop on the east side. It's a different color shading there from pattern. And then once the first phase is done and ready for occupancy, they can then move into that space while they finish the last 40 feet or so of the full shop. So this is their plan for the next foreseeable future. There are some things that we are doing in the process of this addition that I think really helps make their site work better, specifically with regards to the stormwater. Currently, it's an old site, like we said. A lot of the water is running south across the parking lot, right up into where the old shop is at the south end there. And the shop's actually like subgrade, so you have a catch basin that's like 5 or so feet above the floor of the shop. So they've made it work for a good long time, but the new plans are to catch that water farther north out in the parking lot. And rather than send it to a drainage swale across to the south onto the brothers' property, which is how it's been for some time, we have a new line running northeast to a private pond back there to actually send some water to the pond, which helps that, as well as it keeps the water on site, allows it to be stored and managed on site. There is no outlet to that pond, so they've got plenty of room back there for capacity, according to all of the calculations that Scott has done. And then there was also as we discussed with the landowner and contractor, so forth, a plan to put some type of like a, I'm gonna forget the term, but like a sump for like oil separation and so forth in those catch basins in the parking lot, just to keep that concern in consideration. So there is an existing motor room in the southwest corner that will be integrated with the firewall into the new structure. So yeah, once again, a lot going on here, but I think they have a really good plan to make the best use of a compact site for the next phase of their business. They've already communicated, I believe, at the BZA that when they have reached max capacity at this site, they have a whole new site for the next generation where they can kind of start fresh, but they are not at that place as a business, the lifespan of a business where they're ready to start a whole new site. They need to oversee the handoff between generations first, make sure everything goes well with that. But it is neat to see that they've already been thinking even decades in the future. So I think we've addressed all of the tech comments and concerns there. Like I said, I think they've done a really good job putting together a plan that works for them, as well as meets the requirements of the ordinance with the variance in hand. And happy to entertain any questions that the board may have.
They own that pond, right?
So there is an easement. It's between
It's an easement. Okay.
There's 3 generations, and 3 brothers and parents are all owning side by side. So
Yes.
it's between the family, but there is an easement to get the water
Okay,
out there.
There's an
Yeah.
easement. Okay.
This is reflecting like a 12,000 square foot building.
The addition.
Is that just what's in the pink? Or does that include the old shop?
Good question. So on the west side of the drawing, there's an existing 60 by 120. It says existing showroom and woodworking
Yeah.
building. That's existing, that's remaining. That's what they're attaching the new building to. And then on the east side, there is a 60 by 140 warehouse that's also remaining. So the only thing that they're changing out would be there's a block building south. There's a pole building to the south. And then there's another like air exchange building or something like that. Those are all going to be removed and replaced by the new building. And then the motor room will be encapsulated in the new building. Did that answer your question? Not quite.
Just
That's this one. That's part of the
West of the
renovation.
sidewalk.
Yeah.
is that
and
structure,
connect them all.
that building there, that's,
So-
that's,
This building, this building, and this building are all going away.
okay.
Oh,
The
the big
new
one
building
too?
will sit in the footprint of those.
Yeah.
And then this building will be encapsulated within the footprint of the new building.
Okay, so
I
the
guess we
12,000
took-
square foot includes the building that's being,
So the 12,000 square foot is not all new square footage. It's replacing a lot of square footage with a little bit of excess. Yeah.
then the farm or the residence to the south,
Mhm.
it was owned by Tri-County, so I don't know, is that also family ownership? Yeah, I know it's that family
Yep,
ownership.
that's the original family homestead that the one brother has taken over.
And it's family to the north as well, correct?
Correct.
So it's just a family and the business in between the houses.
The business is a partnership between all 3 brothers in varying ways.
Okay, so where's this pond?
Oh, it's way back over there. Yeah.
It's hard to see on the aerial because it's farther to the northeast.
Yeah, it's right up in there. Okay. That's quite a ditch they're gonna be digging.
It's just a tile.
Tile.
Oh, tile?
Yeah.
Okay,
There's one. Right, right pond back there.
okay, I see it.
There's no tile from here back there.
Oh, okay. It's still
Those ways to go.
tile.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any public comment on this non-public hearing item this evening? Any other questions for Clayton?
Move to approve the site plan as presented.
Second.
Any further discussion? Okay, let's go ahead and vote.
Tyler,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Ethan,
Yes.
Shannon,
Yes.
and John.
Yes.
You've been approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next one on the agenda is Miller Forest LLC, it's a CFO. We're in Clay Township, section 33, township 37 north, range 9 east, at zone A2. It's located at a parcel number. Application is to propose 56 by 540 Roberts Boulevard, 48 by 50 covered manure storage, 16 by 14 by 16 motor room, 16 by 30 feet bin pad, and an office, concrete pad, new drive, and a new well. These are proposed structures. Have a representative?
Yes, I'm Tiffany from Agronomic Solutions. Excuse me. Do you need the address? I don't remember. I'm having a brain.
That's fine.
Okay, so
It's in Topeka, right?
yeah, it's
Okay.
in Topeka.
Next to Tiffany's.
That's what I thought.
Time for some more coffee. They need to come back. So when we presented this to the tech committee, there was a couple questions. Alfredo had asked if we were proposing a septic. At the time, I didn't realize in the office they were proposing a bathroom. So there is a proposed septic. You can see it on the site plan. The other question Zach, I believe, had was the well was proposed out closer to the road. So the circle, the 100-foot circle, was off the property. We have moved that closer to the barn, but it still is over 100 foot from the barn because that is a item setback. But we're on the property, the circle, the 100-foot circle is on the property, but still far enough away from the well, septic system. So this is a 50,000 pullet barn, all confined, no pasture, with a manure storage. I believe on the what I turned in was a covered manure storage, 48 by 48, but it actually is a 48 by 50, and it is on the site plan that way. My submittal said 48 by 48, which was my mistake. It was a typo. But on the site plan, it says 48 by 50, and that is correct. And that's how it has been approved by IDEM. And we have a driveway going back to that manure storage because as well, there is a grain bin to be filled back there. What other questions? I think that was the only questions that they had at review that we addressed on the updating the site plan. Is there any other questions?
Just for clarity, a lot of times we see the manure stack at one end of the building. Now it's kind of centrally located. What was the genesis of putting it in the middle on this?
That was a preference for him. There is a overhead door on that side. So remind me, are they loading in and out on the side?
I think they do go in sometimes to vaccinate.
Vaccinate on that side.
Not sure about the loading part, but.
It's not that uncommon. There's quite a few barns with
Yeah.
the stacks in the center of them.
Much shorter drive too.
Yeah.
Tiffany, do you know the approximate construction costs of a barn like this?
He would know better than I would know at this point.
The owner's here?
Yeah.
Do you know what the approximate construction cost of this building? Yeah.
What is,
Now, how many birds did you say were going to be?
50,000.
15,000?
50.
50,000. Ah, okay. I thought I heard 15.
Sorry,
My wife keeps
50.
telling me I need to get a hearing aid. So I was just wondering why with the CFO. Yeah. Okay, so 50,000.
50.
Got it. Okay. And then I suppose the rest of the ground will just be used for
Farming, yes.
farming. Okay, all right.
And he lives just north of this.
Yes, yep.
Any drainage concerns or anything, Zach?
Typically, we have yet to do any drainage requirements on these unless it's a drainage issue already or close to neighboring properties. But typically the setbacks and the large agriculture area, we don't, I've never been to a drainage issue off one of the AFOs, CFOs, amazingly,
Okay, all right.
just because of the distance requirements. And usually it's ground that takes in water around it. Even though it's a big building, it's long and skinny and it's got big setbacks, so.
Okay. Any other questions? Oh, did I ask for public comment on this non-public hearing item? I'll do it now. Okay. I don't have it circled. Very good.
Motion to approve, site plan as as presented. Second.
Any further discussion? Let's go ahead and vote.
Yes.
Yes.
Shannon,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Ethan,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
and Lynn.
Yes. You've been approved. Thank you very much.
We're gonna move on to Walnut Lane Poly. We're in Clear Spring Township, section 33, township 36 north, range 9 east, zone A2. It's located north of 3735 west, 800 south, Ligonier. Application is for proposed 150 by 160 manufacturing shop for poly lawn furniture and a 24 by 40 office. Here's our site plan. It's a vacant parcel. This is proposing. Their representative.
Yep. All right, Clayton Evans here again, hand of the plow surveying, also have the landowner present, Orphan. So this is a property that he purchased for this reason, for this business. A little bit of background on this one. Sadly, because of his location currently, he was not able to grow or really continue to have his business in the county that he currently resides. So it's a unfortunate reality of their ordinance. So very grateful for the ordinance that LaGrange County has for businesses like these to exist and to continue to grow. This project specifically, first phase is for a 50 by 160 poly furniture manufacturing business. Is it furniture or is it more than that?
Furniture.
Yeah.
Poly furniture.
Poly furniture, yeah. And as well as a 24 by 40 office attachment, loading dock, as well as there is plans shown for a possible phase 2 shop to the north, as well as down the road, not physically down the road, but in the future, there are plans for possibly a house and barn to the north end of the property. So that would be, it's envisioned as a multi-use parcel, but for now, the goal is really just to get a good viable property for the business to exist and continue at. So because of the nature of the business, there is a hoop structure proposed south of the building that is really just to prevent outdoor storage, if that makes sense. So that's just, and as well as you can see lots of really nice landscaping proposed to grow the trees around the south and east sides of the parcels as they adjoin some other residences out there. So I appreciate Orvin's willingness and enthusiasm to be a good neighbor out there as he's moving to this area with the business. There is, as you'll notice, a stormwater plan on here, a fairly shallow site when it comes to outlet. And so the goal was really to manage and store as much water as we can on site with a very limited outlet. You will see that this is a 10-acre parcel that he is developing on. Actually, the tech board approved a minor subdivision recently for the parcel immediately east of this. That was purchased by Orvin's relation, with the idea that at some point there would be a business on that parcel as well. So, and or homestead. And so the logic here was to develop a shared detention area as well as a shared drive, which I think helps to minimize road cuts as well as helps to maximize the use of the detention and stormwater management areas. So you will see the easement on there, or well, some easements on there. Those have already been or are about to be recorded. I don't remember exactly where that's at in the process, but the easement agreements have already been prepared. And I think signed, is that correct?
We signed them.
Signed them, okay. So if they aren't recorded, they will be very soon. So other than that, I think we have addressed all concerns from the tech committee. So to the best of our knowledge, this is a plan that meets the UDO requirements. And yeah, like I said, it's always good to work with landowners who want to meet and exceed those requirements to be a good neighbor. Happy to address any questions.
We were given a floor plan a little bit. It's basically one entire side, 80 by 150. Is that basically just warehouse space? And it looks like all the manufacturing is on
Yeah.
one side and then.
We store a lot of furniture until it gets picked up, and it just takes a lot of room after it gets completed.
How much more ground do you foresee developing for the business on this lot?
Well, you got all the faces listed on there. I think.
Yeah. Well, there's,
How much more land?
yeah, do you,
Well,
are you gonna go any further north with, I see your proposed building right, that's the diagonal.
The diagonal is a septic area.
That's a septic area, okay.
We talked pretty extensively about that, and I believe the buildings that are shown are as much as he could envision expanding.
yeah.
He wanted to do it right the first time.
And then there is an easement in place for the secondary detention area.
Yeah, that's really just meant to be somewhere where the water can outlet slowly
Mm-hmm.
and pool if it really needs to. Otherwise, it can just do what it's already doing.
I do recognize there's really very little road frontage
Mhm.
and there's a residence owned by somebody else.
Mhm.
On the far. Has there been any communication with that landowner, that homeowner, just to be neighborly or?
Yeah, before the auction, I talked to him, I told him what I was wanting to do. And he also wanted some land, so he bought 2 acres right behind his house. And the other, so there's 2 houses. I'm not sure about the one on the east side. I've never talked, nobody lives there. Well, there didn't, so I'm not sure if he does now or not. Not sure who owns that. But yeah, I talked to the other landowner, told him what I was after, what I wanted to do. He said he's fine with that.
Is there any public comment on this non-public hearing item? Crowd is dwindling. Okay.
I move to approve the site plan as presented for Lane Poly.
Second.
Any further discussion? Okay, let's go ahead and vote.
Kevin,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Glenn,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Shannon,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
and Ethan.
Yes.
Okay, your site plans have been approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
We move on to M. Sales of First Clinton Township, Section 6, Township 36 North, Range 9 East, it's Zone S1. It's located at 2125 South, 600 West Topeka. Application is for a proposed retail grocery store in an existing building. Here's the proposed, here's the site plan for the proposed store. from the representative.
Yes, Clayton Evans again, hand of the plow surveying. So this is, like Robbie said, an existing site. There has been a store in this facility for
Long time.
long time. Yep. So the family that owns this property, an aging couple, have retired, and so the structure is not being used currently as a store. So, but it's only been within the past 6 months to a year, yeah, that store was closed or relocated. Might have been bought out. I'm not sure on that detail. Anyway, so Irvin Bontrager is here. He would be the new store owner. It is not my job to talk negatively about any other entities, but he also, kind of a theme tonight, did not have confidence that he would be able to continue to grow his store in the county which he currently resides. So the goal is to relocate a portion of his business here into LaGrange County, into the little, I don't know if you could call it town, unincorporated jurisdiction of Emma, to a location that's long been known as a store. And this is just household type goods, dry goods, just a little bit of this and a little bit of that would be useful to the people in the immediate area who need a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So he has I think a proven track record with his existing site and is just wanting to do more of the same here. So a few unique things about this site. Currently, if you go onto the county GIS, you can see that the driveway on I should know the county road 600 West is all gravel all along there. So one of the goals of Irvin is to narrow the road frontage on that drive. One of the interesting details that we learned from the current landowners is that there used to be an island there. And if you even go back in like 10 years in the imagery, you can see that it just got a little smaller every year. They said that the reason that it is that way is because a little bit every year, people were driving through the island and rutting it out. And so they just kept putting gravel down in place. So you could even see at one point there was some landscaping or whatever. But we are going to do our best to narrow our access point to honor the county highways requirements. It was the recommendation of the landowner, though, to not do gravel because there are several inches. I had even heard up to 12 inches of gravel. So that's a lot to remove. They are wanting to work together with the highway department to propose maybe some type of a fence or some other some other removable, like I shouldn't say removable. We don't want to put something in the right of way that could cause public harm, right? But something to discourage people from using the entire road frontage for drive. So they are gonna, like I said, work together with the highway department to see what is possible. Likely it would be some type of like a vinyl fence or something like that that would just be beyond the right of way to narrow that down. So I just wanted to make the board aware of that. It's kind of an undergoing conversation now. The original idea was grass, and they're like, I don't think grass is the right idea. So we're trying to find a good.
Can we see the site plan?
Yes. So there's some red hat. I can actually point it
The
out.
checkered area right there.
Red hatching there. So there would be a drive to the north for the business, a drive to the south for the business that are both being taken out of the current continuous gravel. And then there is an additional cut to the south that is for the residents of the property to use as a separate entrance. So Theron was I believe she was fine with how we had this proposed. The only difference would be potentially not planting grass, but instead doing something like a fence that could be maintained there. So just bringing that to the board's awareness.
I don't know, Clayton, I don't know if I don't think you'd have room, but if you had the parking out by the road, you could have parking barriers.
Right. Yeah, I agree. That's,
With your semi turnaround, it wouldn't be easy at all for your semi turnaround, but.
yeah, and I believe the ADA would have to be up against the building as well, probably. But yeah, I agree. We looked at a lot of options here. It is obviously an existing building, an existing distance from the road, so we're doing our best that we can. One other detail to mention, because of the secondary store, the expectation would be and the plan would be to continue to receive deliveries at that store for like semis and larger vehicles. And so anything coming to this site would be on just a smaller like pickup and trailer or something like that. So that should also help to reduce the challenges of maneuvering the site with a semi. And that was his goal from before we even talked, because he knew this isn't a great site to have a semi delivery. Although I believe our development plan demonstrates that it is physically possible if done correctly. So
If the driver's willing.
Yeah. Even if it's semi-heavy north, they can make it.
So the way that this is drawn is meant to represent that a truck could come from the north, pull in here and back, or vice versa, could come, pull in and back. So obviously, when he leaves, he's probably gonna go north. But once again, that the plan is not to even need this. It's just it's shown to meet the requirements of the ordinance.
They said most of their deliveries go to their bigger store down south, and then they break down the delivery and bring it up to the store is what the plan is. So bigger deliveries at the main store, this would be a branch off is what they said. So I guess.
So the owner owns the whole site, not just the store?
Correct. So the Bontraggers would be leasing the site, the existing structures.
Okay. He's leasing the store.
He's leasing the storage or the retail space.
Okay.
And obviously the parking spaces.
Is the home occupied right now?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. But you don't have anything to do with that. Okay, you're still gonna be living in Noble County. Okay. Hey, I looked it up, you know, I know where they're coming from.
Good use of the logic.
I looked yours up too, so.
Are you really gonna hire people from LaGrange County?
You're not moving. You're gonna be leasing some space. Gotcha. You know, I say, I'm to the point where I say things that are inappropriate anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
You're getting to that age.
Well, I'm 70. Yeah, that's okay then. Yeah.
It's acceptable.
It's acceptable. Yeah. All right. Is there any public comment on this non-public hearing item? Okay. So you will not be having semi come in there then?
Nobody's gonna be there to unload it.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that's okay. Okay.
They looked at it as a existing kind of retail store. They're trying to improve it and it's an existing building. They're doing the best they can, like Clayton said. Obviously, at a clean slate, you wouldn't put it this close to the road and stuff, but
I really can't remember when that was in the store there.
definitely not me. So does anybody have more questions or concerns?
No, I don't. Anybody?
I'd make a motion to approve the MS Sales site development plan.
Second.
Any further discussion? Go ahead and vote.
John,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Shannon,
Yes.
Glenn,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
Ethan,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
and Tyler.
Yes.
You've been approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Any communications, Robbie?
I have none.
Committee reports, zoning administrator report? Okay. There was some mention in the last meeting of having NIPSCO come in. Has anything happened with that?
Called the guy 3 times. He's in training. Called me back 3 times. I missed his call, so I have not touched base with him yet. Other than, sorry about that. We tried. I tried pretty hard. So
being sued.
but
Yes, they are.
Yeah. rightfully so.
Well, they just got fined also,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. Just 400,000. That's
So
not.
I'll reach out again this next month and see if we can get something on the schedule.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's no other business, we'll,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
All right.
All right.
Get out of here, Krista. Go on, get. Go on, get now.
It's still light out. Woo!
Thank you.
Time change. Yes.
That's 2 o'clock. Just get rid of it. Yeah.